Move it, troopers! On the double! Fire!
What is up, my beautiful peeps, and welcome back to another Vintark TCG video on this beautiful Wednesday morning. And I'm sorry, guys, I have missed two Market Watch Mondays now, but I am truly thinking of moving this to Wednesdays just because I have seen the market kind of spike up like throughout after Monday, like after I record the videos. So I think I'm gonna move them officially to Wednesday, so it's gonna be turning into a Market Watch Wednesdays. Weird, but yeah. And also, since we are starting with the spoiler season, I truly think that I prefer to make the spoiler videos on Mondays, right before they release the newest batch of spoilers on that day. But yeah, without further ado, let me get started. On this video today, I'm going to be talking about a bit about showcases and cards I always talk about, but I'm also going to be spreading the love to the sealed product. I got this comment yesterday, I'll try and pop it up on screen, of something very random about sealed product, but I'll get a little bit more into it when I do. But first of all, moving to Lawless Time, we always check on it. As you can see, the Lando Showcase, I think it's holding. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna drop under 290 or maybe 300. So best to say, if you bought this for really cheap, when nobody really wanted it, you have plussed more than you want to. Same with the Vader Showcase. Obviously, it's always gonna be expensive. It's Vader. Everybody wants him. Everybody wants a piece of him. Jyn Erso has plummeted a lot from where she began. I think she was the original like $300 leader, if I'm not mistaken. But she has already turned into like less than a $200 leader showcase. I mean, but Chewbacca, on the other hand, another leader that has had a lot of success this past weekend. Same with other leaders from other sets. But specifically him, I think he got 4th place in the regional qualifier in Prague, which, again, says a lot, since not a bunch of people, like, yeah, a bunch of people are on him, but not a bunch of people are as faithful that he will top or anything. And as you can see, he has turned, and he hasn't dropped from being like a 280 leader to something. I don't think he's ever gonna drop. I don't know. Maybe if he has a bad weekend. Same with some of these other leaders. I think we saw Savova topping top 15. I think in the broad qualifier. And same with I don't think, yeah, Aura Singh. She's right here. She has topped a little bit too. Being one of these leaders right next to Dedra Miro that are having a bunch of tops recently, since Control is kind of dominating. If it's not Lando or Boba, it's definitely Control because it counters this strategy. But yeah, that be enough with showcase leaders for Lawless. All the others are holding on with dear life to their totals. Other cards though, like the Liberties, they have been kind of in, like this rise and fall. I saw this Liberty on Monday for like $30. I was almost ready to pull the trigger, but I didn't think it was that worth it just yet because of Ashes just being right around the corner, and I'm not having any more, or like maybe one more showdown near my area. But other than that, I don't think it's kind of worth it right now. Still, it has risen once again to almost $40, the regular one, and obviously Hyperspace and Hyperspace foils are always going to be more than $45-50 cards. So yeah, most definitely, if you have these, or if you're planning on getting them, I suggest you get them on Mondays, or like in this gap between Mondays and the weekend, before everybody needs these cards exactly. Other cards that have risen a little bit from last time I checked is the Hyperspace foil version of Single Reactor and the Strangers. They have risen a little bit, especially since of the success of the Dramiro and Mother Taliesin, especially Stranger. Uh, I think he hasn't risen a lot, but there's definitely less copies of that I remember. I especially remember because I bought 2 copies for a friend this past week. Uh, but yeah, these decks becoming very successful. Same with the Lawbringers. I think they were like $15 cards last I remembered, and now they're 20 easy $20 cards. So pretty insane. It goes to show the success of Control and Tempo decks like the Stranger, no, like Mother Taliesin, who kind of counters in a way the ground strategies a lot. Obviously, if you're playing against a space deck, then you're gonna have like a horrendous time. But if you're mostly playing against a ground deck or something, or you could try and race them, then of course Mother Taliesin would be the play. But yeah, Lawbringer and the Dramiro obviously having a lot of success and being one of the most played decks, I think, this past weekend. Same with Lando, but did not see insane success as Lando. Lando reaching, I think, top 9, and the nearest net Dedro was like 35 or something, top 35 or something. I do not remember exactly the numbers, but I do remember that. I know Rey Skywalker has risen once again. Uh, yeah, she's a pretty good card against Control, so it would make a lot of sense. But other than that, some of these other legendaries and rares, I would say, have kept their price or have lowered it away. Obviously, with Ashes of the Empire coming in the coming month, I think. Yeah, because we're almost in June, so the coming month, uh, some of these cards you're gonna see that are gonna go probably down or up depending on what we see getting shown in these spoilers this coming weeks. This is a card that wasn't an insane price and has already gone down. You see, I remember buying one for like $8, so yeah, pretty crazy. But yeah, moving on to the sealed product, and the other thing I was gonna go get around, I had this comment that read something about it being worth it to buy sealed product, like say Twilight of the Republic. And my thoughts on that exactly is I do believe, yeah, you could buy your sealed product. Obviously, it's kind of worth it right now with prices. But if you're trying to like hold them to sell them, Star Wars has always been a game that booster box prices or case prices have not completely held up. Never, like. Uh, like booster box retail prices are supposed to be like 100 and something, I believe, and they've always been lower than 100 on TCG. Not exactly something to be proud of, I think, but Star Wars has always been a pretty cheap game to get into. And but like the resale value of like booster boxes and whatever has not been insane. I think specifically because some of the problems with packs and foils and stuff back in the day, and now Lawless has been one of the most longing ones that I've seen held up price and has been sold out in quite a lot of distributors of people I know that buy and own stores. So again, yeah, if you want to buy a box and open, I totally suggest you do. It's pretty fun experience. And boxes obviously are pretty cheap on TCG Player, and even support your local game stores if they probably have them at 100 or under 100. And if it's at 100 or under 100, it's pretty freaking worth it. I cracked open one of these boxes, pulled a showcase, and if you can see, like I was talking, if you are trying to make a profit or something, or like trying to see a plus, it is obviously a little bit of a gamble always, but that's kind of the thing with card games. But you can see some of these, like almost all these showcases are over $100. So you're gonna be pretty fine, pretty set. I guess the only ones are like Han Solo, Leia, and Callus. But you just need a week of this popping off, and they'll probably get bought out, and price would rise. Obviously you can't get serialized and whatever from regular booster boxes, but yeah. But talking about booster boxes again, Lawless Time being like at $85, $87 almost $100, almost $90, close. Maybe you could say 100, I guess. Booster boxes, they're not that bad. Obviously, always if you have a local store, check how much they have it at. See if you can maybe try to catch a deal or something. I don't know. Try to not make them lose money on it. Obviously, if you want to keep playing the game, if you're up for collecting it, again, you could always buy on TCG. I suggest. And boost and cases are not that insane either. I think this has been one of the cases that has held up its price for the longest. 500 and like $500. That I think that's pretty worth it for like six boxes, or six booster boxes of Lawless Time. Again, you're gonna probably get a bunch of rares, legendaries, and even maybe one showcase. Maybe you'll get one of those cracked boxes with like a showcase in every pack. But yeah, you could get lucky. It's kind of a gamble. Carbonites, I have mixed feelings about Carbonites a little bit, but yeah, they have proven that they have held up their like $200 price point. I think they're a little bit more expensive than that retail, but at least for TCG, they've always been above like 180 or something. But yeah, moving on to Secrets of Power. Obviously, not an insane week for leaders in Secrets of Power, other than I think Yularen that got like top 8. Like he got 2 decks into top 8, I believe. And Dedra, of course, being one of the most played leaders. Her showcase already being like 140. I remember this when this was like under $100, I think. It's crazy to see. And Sabe already up once again. I think she topped like twice and won a PQ this past weekend. So obviously never underestimate my girl Sabe. She is obviously amazing. But yeah, other than that, leaders like Cassia, because of the shows and stuff, are gonna hold up in price. Same with Dedra, always gonna probably hold up in price, and Sabe. Palpatine has gone a little bit down. But yeah, Yularen is obviously the most important leader, and Dedra Miro here, because they have topped very consistently and have skyrocketed from their original prices. Very insanely, I truly say. Another leader that I thought it was going to skyrocket this past weekend was Padme, because of the video that was made on her. But I guess not a lot of people played her. Other than that, these Condemns and other, like, say, Queen Amidala and Darth Nihilus cards are obviously kind of at the same price point they've always been. This has not changed that insanely that much. Not a bunch of decks are... Obviously, a bunch of control decks, since they're playing Condemn, is being played. And to counter this, then a bunch of people are buying Queen Amidala's. And obviously, because of Space Leaders, Hyperspace. Disaster. But other than that, most of the cards have kept their price points. I don't see a bunch of them going insane here. I think maybe Punishing One has gone down a little bit. Top of the Summit, maybe a little bit. But yeah, not insane. Some pretty cheap. This is like, why does it have a $7 copy? $9 copy. If you guys remember buying this in before post rotation, this was like a $30 card easily. So yeah, it's already like a $10 card. So yeah, pretty strong market in Seoul, just told by what players play and not by collectors. So it's pretty awesome. Again, moving on to the booster displays and booster cases of Secrets of Power. We have that the Secrets of Power booster boxes are already like a $50 booster box. That's probably going to end up happening to Lawless in a month or two. Again, something that unfortunately happens to all booster displays in Star Wars Unlimited, since it's more of like a player-orientated game than mostly booster displays after like its set has already passed and everybody has gotten the cards and stuff or has collected everything, doesn't get much loved afterwards. But yeah, already a $250 booster case you could get. I think that's pretty cool, pretty worth it. Obviously, if you're trying to get some of these more expensive legendaries in a more higher quantity, or like a chance at them at a more higher quantity, then a booster case. Sorry for that one. Is a little bit more worth it. Maybe if you want to crack a box, obviously. Sorry, uh, morning allergies. But yeah, a booster display, obviously it is worth it. I would suggest it always. If you're starting with the set, always like get one or two of these. Then you start buying singles probably. Uh, this could get you a bunch of the commons that are like 5 cents each, and you're not gonna want to get from TCG Player because of these insane shipping prices. But yeah, this is kind of insane. But yeah. Legends of the Forest, the only leader that's seeing a bunch of success in here is Mother Taliesin, and still not at an insane price. I think she maybe went up or even went down a little bit from the past week. We checked this. Obviously, Darth Revan always gonna be an expensive card. It's just freaking Darth Revan. Who doesn't love Darth Revan? And Darth Maul now with the series, Qui-Gon, being a popular character and such. Other than that, some of these cards have gone significantly down or have just stayed the same. I think Ever Chris has been like at this $100 mark. Obviously, ignore market price, but this $100 listing for quite a bit. Maybe I'm mistaken. Yeah, most of these cards have held up. Same with the legendaries as such as Anakin and Constructed Lightsaber. They have obviously it's just stayed the same. Not a bunch of people are playing Force. The card that though has gone up a little bit is Craving Power. A bunch of people just playing green villainy, or green red villainy or such, with Jularen and other green villainy leaders, or leaders that are mixed with green. So it's a pretty good card, pretty important, mostly in that turn your opponent releases its leader, you could always maybe one shot it or getting close to one shot, or making it hard for them to maintain their leader or other important cards in those turns. So yeah, even Qui-Gon has gone down a little bit. I think it was like a $15 last I checked. But yeah, in terms of booster displays, I think these three are the ones that are being held up a little bit over the $50 mark. Obviously, Legends of the Force not seeing a lot of play right now, so booster boxes are not as high in demands. As you see, they have a bunch of listings still. And booster cases aren't that insane in the pricing. Obviously, $200, it's basically kind of fair for the price of like 6 of these. So, yeah, I don't know. If your thing is cracking open cases and boosters plays, I suggest you get them. Obviously, even you could get like a pre-release kit for pretty freaking cheap. Damn, I remember paying $30 almost for this thing. So yeah, pretty worth it. If you're planning on cracking packs or doing like a sealed journey or something. Again, Boba Fett and other leaders from Legends of the look at me, from Jump to Lightspeed, Admiral Pied and Grand Admiral Tron are the ones that have skyrocketed since last time I think we checked, but that was to be expected, especially since they were being played a lot the past few weeks. And Boba obviously always being important. Same with Vader skyrocketing back again to almost a $200 showcase. I think he just stood there because he didn't get any more wins. People just remember he existed and always playing tech cards for him. As he gets heavily teched, he gets pretty shafted, I would say. Other than that, these showcases have maintained their prices. One that had not skyrocketed, but like gone up a bit, as you can see here, was Kasuda. But it seems people are already trying to lower him back down to a $60 one, or trying to get more sales in a way. Again, he has turned out to be a really good leader against the control matchups, since you can just deny the condemn with his ability, and also he comes out pretty early, or you can try and mix and match into a very late game type game with him, with the liberties and such. So yeah, yellow green is a really popular thing right now. One leader that I did want to talk about, the winner of the original championship. Congrats to Big O Notation. Uh, $92 already for Admiral Akbar. From being a $40 showcase, he's already $90 to $100 showcase. So, yeah, what a regional championship weekend could do to a card. Am I right? Other than that, these cards holding up or lowering a little bit. Obviously, No Glory is always going to have that price point, and Planetary Bombardment, I believe, has a fair price point already. Maybe Stolen AT Hauler going down a little bit from its like $27 price mark that was a couple weeks ago. But other than that, No Glory is always going to keep that price point. Pretty good removal right now for control decks or blue villainy decks that they lack in, and probably are going to get a little bit more in Ashes, let's hope, to even this out a little bit. And yeah, Jump to Lightspeed being under like $40, almost to under $40. Obviously, one of the oldest displays in rotation. This almost came out like almost 2 years, not almost 2 years ago, but like already a year ago. So yeah, one of the oldest ones, so it makes sense it being pretty cheap. Not very desired other than for maybe some of these cards like No Glory or something like that. And obviously, if you don't have already a bunch of cards from this set, then you weren't playing back then. But if you want to open a box, this could basically get you. Like, if you open one box of these, you could basically get already a Luke Skywalker pilot deck almost built. You just need to upgrade it a little bit, since it's one of the cheapest decks in the game and gets consistent tops in a way, since it got top 8 this weekend. Let's freaking go with Luke. But yeah, pretty cheap, and obviously $230 for the case. So pretty kind of weird there, the $230 for the 40, but I guess you could buy 6 of these or just get a case. You know, you do you. But booster displays are pretty worth it in this. Obviously, you almost get a deck out of it, and you could get one of those pretty cool showcases from it. And packs coming out at like $4 each, so you know, I'd say it's pretty worth it if you want to get one of these booster displays. Moving on to the third set, I'm gonna move through these pretty quick because I don't really want to talk about these showcases. Just mainly the Yoda showcase, since I saw it win an Eternal PQ this past weekend, so it kind of makes sense. It has skyrocketed a bit over its already $200 price for not being a too much play card, and obviously Jango Fett, since he's one of the better leaders in Eternal. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm not gonna talk about any other of these cards. Obviously, if you're playing Twin Suns, this set is probably one of the most influential ones in the Twin Sun precons right now. So yeah, pretty worth it if you want to buy a box of these, I would say. For the guy that asked me the question, if you really want to buy a booster box of Twilight, I say it's worth it as frick right now. Obviously, packs are really insanely cheap. Like, this booster box has always been one of the cheapest one. I think it came out, and the set it came out, it turned into like a $50 booster box in like a month. So yeah, obviously one of the worst sets in Star Wars Unlimited history. But right now for Twin Suns, it's pretty good freaking set, and it has a bunch of reprints, those decks, for this type of stuff. Obviously, since it's themed around the prequels, and the Twin Suns decks are themed around the prequels and the Clone Wars, then obviously they have a bunch of clones, droids, and stuff with those types of mechanics that those decks try and use and try to fortify. So yeah, if you want to play Twin Suns, and or you want to buy a boxes because you love the Clone Wars, obviously you always have to. I remember buying even 2 boxes of that back in the day. I'm gonna skip over this since I'm not really gonna talk about showcases in that set. But yeah, talking about booster boxes in Shadows of the Galaxy, same prices. Like I've been saying, they always stick over, like try and stay at the $50 mark or a little bit lower in 40. Sometimes you can catch some of these insane sales on Amazon also. $250 for booster cases, a little bit insane, but if you're down for that, obviously if you want to collect these booster boxes, they're really pretty, and that's what I'm planning to do in the future. When I do save up the money for it, I'm gonna try and buy one of each from each set and just keep it sealed, because they look really pretty. I believe Star Wars Unlimited has some of the prettiest art. And daily checkup on my girl Sabine, she's holding up pretty well with almost going down to $100. So, maybe it is the time to shoot and go get her. And obviously Star Wars' first set, the most important set and the best set I think that has released with the most important cards. Spark of the Rebellion pre-release kits have always been like a $70, have held up, and same with booster cases. I think this is one of the most expensive to held up sets of every time. Like other sets, while they were already $50, $40, Spark always kept over $100 or close to the $70 mark, like right now. So yeah, again, if you had one of these, or like had one of these seal, you're probably happy with it. Obviously, maybe not this since it went down from its original price, and it's under market. But hey, Fuck the Rebellion is awesome. So you keep that sealed and don't open that. Why would you open that? And yeah, and to moving into some other stuff I wanted to talk about pretty quick is Grogu and the Razor Crest promos from the movie. If you did go watch this movie this past week on its release day or past weekend, and you went to an AMC theater in the United States or in the UK, I don't remember where it was released. It wasn't a couple of movie theaters here in Puerto Rico. We didn't get any, but yeah, if you got one of these from AMC and you basically got it for whatever your ticket costs, then to go watch in the movie, then yeah, it's like a $13 card for the theater, and it's a movie exclusive. So this art for this, specifically this one, is gonna be exclusive to the movie packs. But obviously he's gonna come out in Ashes of the Empire, so you're gonna have a pretty different art for him, a little bit more resembling this, I guess, but in the planet where he ate the frog in the series, if you have watched that, and the Razor Crest being a $7 card through there a little bit. Obviously, pretty good card. I freaking love this Razor Crest and its abilities. If you haven't seen my spoilers video rundown a little bit, I do talk about a little bit about this one. But yeah, now moving into Intro Battle of Hoth. Again, if you haven't gotten your watch this just yet, or you didn't get them the past weeks when they went down a lot from their original prices, not even insane, because I remember seeing them for like $30, so maybe went a little bit down. They are going back up again since yellow green heroism is being played a lot right now, and almost already again being like a $20 card. Once this one sells out, then yeah, basically. But if you don't want to buy specifically this, and you maybe want to get some of these other cards in here, if you're seeing some of these cards, you're like, that's pretty cool for my whatever deck I'm building, then threat no further, because Amazon has them at $15. Go get your $15 Intro Battle of Hoths. I'm cheating this out because this has been out for a long, like I purchased mine a really long time ago, if you can see, like April 19th, and this is still at a discount. So go for it, guys. I've totally forgot sharing this in the past weeks. I'm really sorry. I know you're gonna say like, oh, you're trying to make me buy it from TCU player. No, but I totally forgot about these. I think I got them like finally like 2 weeks, like they were lost in the mail or something. Insane. But yeah, from the Twin Suns decks though, we have the Jadarian Valley Refugee Freighter. Obviously, this is not going to be able to be played in Premier, but in Eternal, it has proven to be pretty freaking good. It has been played in a bunch of the winning lists these past weekend. So yeah, search top 8 cards of your deck for a card and resource it. Pretty good ramp, and you get a 1/5 with Restore 1. So yeah, pretty good ramp. Another virtual ramp. So yeah, if you did get the deck this comes in, which I really don't remember which one. I believe it's the Anakin and Padme one. So if you did get the aggressive negotiations one, then you are pretty in luck because you already get this in there. But if you're gonna want to get 3 of them, then you're gonna have to buy 3 of the decks, or just get 3 from TCG Empires Arizona here. They have 14 of them, 13 of them. So yeah. But with that being said, guys, sorry for the long video today. I want to talk a little bit more about the booster displays and such. Again, if you want to buy a booster box, totally go for it. Obviously, market always has shown that booster boxes have always come down in price. So maybe if you want to wait for them, obviously never suggest that. Always try and help your local stores out. Obviously, they're the ones that are going to bring you events. They're the ones that's always going to bring you the product in stores and stuff. So helping them out helps yourself out. So again, help them out. Buy at least box or 2 of them. If you want to play other games for them, obviously always do, but always start with Unlimited goes first for me. So yeah. With that being said, Vintork TCG out, and thank you for watching. Go like and subscribe. Follow me on every social I have linked on my page, and I'll see you guys next video. Peace.